VAR to football what Burger King is to cows. Bloody murder. I mean, that is a joke. Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. It's Wolves versus Manchester United, FA Cup third round, and how are you all doing? I think we need a game, don't we? We will be talking about Ollie's Van Persie reaction and his talk about the midfield being sorted because we've got a young player that's never played midfielders before, that's failed on loan twice at right back in the Premier League and has had a major injury, but we don't need midfielders. We're talking about Fosu. Matic potentially getting a new contract as well. So we'll be talking about that. Christopher Williams says good evening. It's quite a positive move. He's going to play Juan Mata, which I think is a good thing, but it's actually I don't think it's a good thing playing Juan Mata. What am I talking about? You're talking out your bloody arse. Like, it's not a good thing to play Juan Mata really, because ultimately Juan Mata is slow. But I think a lot depends on how the Wolverhampton Wanderers team's going to be set up. So let me just get this. I don't like Juan Mata playing in a United team anyway, especially away from home. I mean, he's so slow. I'm surprised he's made it to Wolverhampton. At least we've given him a lift. And Josh Sutton says, I want to give a shout out to Rance at the Emirates, how he kept his cool towards those drunken fans after the game. Saw some footage and he was all class. Well, you know, I think that's all very, very sad, isn't it? United fans attacking United fans because it's their club. You can't say anything negative. It's their club. Well, they can't say anything negative because they all go in the singing section and they've been told if you sing anything anti-Glazer, you'll have your tickets took off you. So who's the real fans? The people who are saying what they really think, or you lot who shout that it's your club but don't dare sing anything negative about the most negative aspect of our club. So, you know, they're top reds, exactly, Ian Forward. Just put the pipe and slippers on and just sat back knowing we couldn't break them down. It wasn't a good game of football from United, but the fact that Ollie thinks it was has clicked in my mind that this is it. We're all waiting. We're all waiting for something brand new because he keeps talking about the future. But actually, there isn't going to be anything brand new. This is the style he wants to play. He's just going to, like you say, add some players in and expect to get better results. But I don't believe you can be consistent with this style of football because by its very nature, it's always dependent on the opposition. You're not taking a control of the game. You know, if you look at Lampard's style of play, Pep's, Klopp's, they're trying to win a game. They take control. Counter-attacking football is always dependent on your opposition. So in its very nature, it will always be inconsistent. Matic on the ball. He's played a forward pass. He's gone forward. Williams has gone backwards, but Matic, he's got it again. He's got it again. He's played a forward pass. It's been intercepted. That's Matic has just got the best stats he's ever had. And a wayward pass here to Chong. Looks really slow there. Chong really looked slow there. Free kick doesn't beat the first man. One of my big pet hates, the ability of modern footballer to beat the first man on a cross or corner. It's unbelievable. I tell you what, if you gave me a dead ball, I would beat the first man with power. I don't understand why the modern footballer can't do it. You know, it happens so much. Started off quite energetically though. I told you, I fancy United to win tonight because this is what happens. When Ollie gets mad and the team are under pressure, they always react. The most untrustworthy team in the Premier League, Manchester United. You never know what you're going to get. They are the quintessential Forrest Gump box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes you're eating a lump of crap. Sometimes it's a Turkish delight, which some people would say is a lump of crap, but I actually quite like it. Marking. We're zonal marking again. Bloody zonal marking again. And they nearly score. Twats. Zonal marking again from corners. You can tell it's zonal because they're all just stood there like prats. I hate it. I bloody hate it. They don't mark people. They just do zonal marking. He shows no intention of impacting the game. That's not a penalty. I mean, how is that not a penalty? I think the minute it goes to VAR, it's going to be a penalty. He knocks the ball past him, and I don't even know how that's not a penalty. VAR to football what Burger King is to cows. Bloody murder. I mean, that is a joke. How is that not a penalty? He doesn't even touch the bloody ball. Stick it up your arse, you virtual anal rimming machine. Crap. Absolute load of joke. Absolute joke. if you go to, I'm like, I'm Italian. Bloody send him down with the fishers. Wake up with a horse's head. I mean, it's just, how is that not a penalty? If you go to VAR, it's got to be a bloody penalty. Come on. I mean, look, even non-United fans, you've got to admit, goes to VAR and they don't give a bloody penalty. Joke. So there's talk of Harry Maguire being injured. I tell you what, if Harry Maguire does his hamstring, you know you can blame Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and his knobhead coaches for playing them every bloody game for the last century. I mean, this is the risk that you do. This is the risk that you run, but hopefully he's all right. But you can't keep playing players when, you know, week in, week... Harry Maguire's fine. He's just stretched and done a couple of tackles. He's fine. Because for me, as I said, a lot have... rumour has it that you're on fake taxi marks, as James Freshwater. Definitely not. And thoughts it's been a very even game, I reckon. Contact sport, you muppet. That is probably one of the weakest arguments I've ever heard for it not being a penalty. It's a contact sport. You might want to read the rule book, mate. If you contact somebody in the penalty box and it's a foul, it's a foul. You know, it's a contact sport. It's not fucking rugby, mate. Right, let's have a quick pause this second half. Ali looks worried, either got the message that fans didn't like him smiling after the Arsenal game, or maybe he's got some pressure on his job finally, says Stuart Wallace. I think people are reading too much into Ollie's persona. He might just have piles or a bit of a dodgy tummy, you know, doesn't want to be at work. Mark, you look a bit like Ollie, but slightly better looking. Oh, God. These people who say you look like this, you look like that. For James, and he's kept Chong on, but here is Rashford. Oh, he's at the bar. Oh, could have been his first couple of touches. It deflected up onto the bar anyway. But United suddenly just 2 substitutions and they're looking bang up for it. First shot on goal and it's nearly a goal. And that's going to be a corner for United as well. I think the midfielder's been bossed. Well, that's going to be a handball. That's got to be a handball. They've scored, but I think this is a handball. He knows it's a handball. It's not 1-0. It is 1-0, but it's not going to be 1-0. Yeah, it goes in off his arm. No chance. Not a goal. Bite it, Wolves. Bite it. That's the fact. I love the way he actually celebrates the goal like it's not going to get discovered. Definite handball. Doherty. Heads it down onto his arm as he runs into the box. Brandon Williams, don't do that. Oh, he's at the bar. Bloody hell. And that's going to go. No, it's not going to go for a corner. Fred's going to keep it in. Yes, it's getting the job, so have the fans. Delow's coming on for Tahith Chong. Fucking hell. For fucking hell. I mean, why would you not bring Gomez on? Delow's been injured for frigging 4 months and he brings... I'm going to have to tweet that. We nick it. If we are going to nick it, that it's been dreadful. This second half has been awful. Some of the worst.
I'm glad you said it.
I thought first half we kept hold of the ball okay.
No, but...
People would say to me, low-key, Matic has been good. What has he done? Like, this is the problem. Him and Pereira are exactly why United need to sign players. And if you can't figure that out, the front line has been absolutely... If they were a fish, they'd be dead. Because they're out of water. They're not getting any oxygen. Defense...
Right, Wolves' game plan is they let us have the ball.
To the United stand, Manchester United draw 0-0 with Wolverhampton Wanderers in the FA Cup, and we do get a replay. But I've got to say, I can't wait to see the fan cams tonight because I really want to get a grasp of what the fans who've travelled and do spend their hard-earned money to go and watch United really think about that performance today. Because look, we haven't lost, but we were never going to win that game. I thought that second half was absolutely one of our worst performances under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And we've seen this happen a lot. And it happened a lot up until November, where we'd be okay in the first half and second half you wondered what was going on in the dressing room because we were awful. And second half, we were awful. I know Rashford nearly scored, But if Wolves had lost that game, they would have kicked themselves. There's no way we deserved to win that game. We were totally and utterly bossed out of it tactically in that second half. And we don't want a replay. So what I would say this is, we do not want a replay, right? The last thing we want to replay, we've got Man City to play twice in January, we've got an injury crisis, we've got a load of league games to play, we've got the Europa League kicking in February. We don't want an FA Cup third round replay, and we've got one, which means it's another midweek game for United to have